Welcome to this week's issue of PlayPrint21, the weekly TV news bulletin from Print21. This week we're outside a PostNet store, the print, pack and mail franchise. There's 15 franchisees around the country. The franchisor, PostNet, has just gone broke, been put into liquidation. 40 creditors, $123,000 owed to the ATO, $560,000 in loans on the books to the shareholders, 4 or 5 shareholders there. The company's franchisees, like this store, will carry on trading, of course, because they're not a part of the franchisor group, but their future is up in the air. The company operates in a tough environment, low margin, low volume work on the high street, competing against, of course, the franchisees, Snap, Worldwide, those kind of companies, and also directly competing against MBE, mailboxes, etc., and 1 or 2 other companies, Print, Pack, Send as well. So this company's gone. Franchisees, they'll need to regroup, reform, and see where they can get up to. It was a tough business to run. 15 stores around the country. And still on franchise news, big news from Snap this week, the country's biggest franchise group. The CEO, Peter Sinidonis, brother, of course, famously of Arthur Sinidonis, the Liberal power broker. Peter Sinidonis has just resigned from the company. 2.5 years in the top job there as CEO. He succeeded Stephen Edwards, who'd been there for 15 years. So Peter Sinidonis has gone. Snap is now looking for a new CEO. Snap is the biggest franchise chain, biggest print franchise chain, although of course it dropped the word print famously, and now produces, offers far more than print, web services, email services and so on. Biggest in the country, 150 stores, although actually quite a few of those are overseas. China, New Zealand, and it has 12 stores in Dublin. There you go, so Snap looking for a new CEO. At the other end of the print scales and franchisees, IVE Group, $700 million business, has just launched Nexus this week. And Nexus is an e-commerce platform. It will be used by shoppers. It's a retail catalogue online. Rob Draper, Chief Marketing Officer, tells me it will be used by shoppers. They'll be able to go online, look at the products, and it will be click to cart. Straight away they'll be able to order and buy product there. Warwick Hayes says the initial pilots scheme has been fantastic, great results, huge click-throughs. And Warwick also says that he expects it to have a minimal to negligible impact on print volumes, because of course IVE is one of the major catalogue printers in the country with a battery of heat-set web presses. IVE, never a company to stand still, always moving forward. Good luck with that one. In the news this week, of course, the signage cladding situation rolls on. It's a tricky situation. The lawyers now have got involved. They are suing suppliers that were supplying building cladding made of the same material, aluminium composite material, that typically is used on much signage that's attached to buildings. Once you get the no-win, no-fee lawyers involved, you're in a very difficult situation. Michael Punch tells me that Printex, he'll be hosting a special presentation on the whole issue of signage, of fire, of cladding, but ultimately says it's up to you, the sign suppliers, sign installers, sign manufacturers, to make sure that your material that you're putting on the sides of buildings is fire retardant, and you're only going to get that by dealing with established brands who can give you the documentation in writing rather than the cheap stuff that's often used. That's it for this week's issue of PlayPrint21, the weekly TV news bulletin. My name is Wayne Robinson, signing off for another week.